Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us again. Hello, Susanna.
Hi, Abram.
In these videos, and this one is Busting the Myths of Metaphysics, Part 2. In these videos, it is not our intention to discredit anyone. It is rather our intention to bring information to you about the truths and untruths of metaphysics so that you can make an informed decision about what resonates with you and what does not. I think I have just reiterated what Susanna said in the last video. So what? It needs hearing again. So at this point, I will hand it all over to Susanna. Thank you.
Thank you, Abram.
Absolutely.
As I mentioned in the last video, everyone is on their own path. Everyone is doing exactly what they need to do. And as Abram said, the information that we give, we try to keep the information simple, grounded, and so you can make informed decisions about how you want to spend your money. Because the spiritual industry, metaphysics, New Age, whatever you want to call it, is an industry. And as with any industry, any business, any corporation, people are finding ways and want to find ways to separate you from your money. So whatever you decide to do, whatever path you decide to take, we want you to be informed. There are certain pet peeves that I have. I'm going to go over a couple of them. The first one is shamanism and people calling themselves shamans. To be a real shaman means that you were born into it. You were born into a lineage of shamans. Or you have been taught rigorously for many years from an indigenous shaman. You cannot take a workshop or a retreat and come out and call yourself a shaman.
You can do that,
Yeah,
but you will not be.
That's true. You may be a shamanic practitioner, but a true, authentic shaman, I have an issue with people calling themselves shamans, unless they are true and authentic. Anything you want to add to that?
I think so. In my Mayan life, I came from an entire family of shamans, grandparents, parents. I was taught all the shamanic ways. I was questioned, quizzed, tested in all of the shamanic ways. I was also initiated as a shaman. So I was a shaman. And it is for me to tell you that anything you would like to do in life, it takes years of learning and years of practicing. This applies for everything: artwork, music, shamanism, channeling, mediumship, anything and or everything. It takes years of practice and learning and being tested, quizzed. Some of you are true shamans, absolutely. And as Susanna said, you cannot take a class, whether it be for shamanistic reasons or channeling or mediumship, and after a short 4-week or 8-week class, come out the other end and think you are a shaman or a channel or a medium. It does not work that way. This is something that you are born into. You are born into being a channel. You are born into being a medium. You are also born into being a shaman. It is all the way down the line from grandparents, parents to you, and before your grandparents also. Something you have to be born into. Now, if you feel as if you might have been born into being a shaman, then I would suggest you find yourself a real, legitimate shaman and learn all about the shamanic ways from that individual. And take your time. Learn it well. Because it takes time to learn how to help and heal people and yourself also. That is what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Abram. Now, it is important that we respect each other, we honor each other. One of my things, I guess, that doesn't sit with me correctly is the word namaste, which when I looked it up, it means to express a polite and respectful greeting or farewell. Also, I humbly bow to you, also used as a greeting or acknowledgement of the equality of all and pays honor to the sacredness of it all. Which is great. It's wonderful. It's awesome. If you have watched the show, which used to be on Prime Video, I believe, Delhi Cops, you will see that the word namaste is used as hello, goodbye. They pick up the phone, namaste. They say goodbye, namaste. Namaste, hello, goodbye. Western people have come back from India and other places that use the word namaste. And all of a sudden, we make it into this big deal of, oh, namaste. I'm so spiritual. Come on. Say it. Greet people that way. But if I were to use that word, I would say namaste is hello and namaste is goodbye. But this aura, this air of, I have to be spiritual, I have to act spiritually, it is superficial to me. That's where I'm coming from, not the word itself, but the superficial way that it's being used by Westerners. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Namaste is a word. Hello is a word. Goodbye is a word. What are you eating for dinner? Are words. Where have you been today? Are words. Namaste can mean all of that. It is just a word with really no meaning, but people give it meaning. It is a nice word. I would use something different rather than namaste because it is overused, as is the term channeling, well overused. So if you come up with an alternate term for channeling, please let us know. Thank you. Now, it is all right to use the word namaste, but when you use it, just use it. Don't pretend you are highly spiritual, and too many people do that. Probably you do not do that, and I honor that with you and in you. Too many people are pretending to be spiritual when they really are not, but they would like to be. So for those who would like to be spiritual, stop trying to be spiritual and realize that you are already spiritual just as you are. You really need to do nothing. You don't need any classes in being spiritual. You don't need anyone to teach you how to be spiritual. All you have to do is know who, what, and why you are. That will bring to you all of your spirituality or spiritualness that you have been looking for. You are already spiritual. And yes, would it not be very nice if all people could honor each other, respect each other, take care of each other? That would be very nice. it would be. Everything begins with one person. Everything. How about you being that one person who respects everyone else, who honors everyone else, and who takes care of people? That would be nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Abram. And I mean no offense to anyone at all. This is just one of my pet peeves. Another one is...
Let me interrupt you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have to understand metaphysics, as Susanna said, is a business. And in the business, you have real people and you have not so real people, or as you term them, charlatans. There are too many of them. And they just take your money over and over again. And they promise you things they cannot deliver. They tell you things that are not real. Always pay attention to your gut feeling. When you are dealing with metaphysical people, pay attention. If there is any unease in your gut feeling, stay away from it. If there is an ease, then join it. Thank you.
There are many, I see them all the time. I get them in emails all the time about classes on activating your pineal gland, activating your DNA. The one thing about the pineal gland, which is the center of the brain, it's also gets a little calcified, so it's easy for when X-rays are being taken, because it's in the center, so it gives a good idea of where to position the X-ray machine for taking X-rays of the brain images. Rene Descartes, and that's an English pronunciation, and I apologize to our French friends, was a French mathematician, scientist, and a philosopher. And he's quoted as saying, "My view is that this gland is the principal seat of the soul and the place in which all our thoughts are formed. It produces the hormone melatonin, and it regulates our sleep patterns, our circadian rhythms, which is our internal clock, and our seasonal rhythms." In metaphysics and spiritual circles, it's associated with the third eye. It naturally shrinks over time and with age. And I found on the internet where it says the shrinkage is connected to a loss of spiritual awareness as we age. So we need to keep our psychic abilities honed, and because of the shrinking, the pineal gland needs regular activation. So there are many classes and DVDs with sound to activate your pineal gland. Now, I believe in sound. I believe that sound can be used for healing. Sound can be used for many, many other things, and eventually we'll be using sound to move very large objects. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. Sound can be used for destruction or construction. Building pyramids with sound. Destroying the wall of Jericho with sound. Your pineal gland is being called your third eye. Your third eye is really your inner sight. Have you ever had your eyes closed and were able to see things all around you? Not imagine them, actually see them, as if your eyes were open. This is your inner sight. This is your third eye working. Third eye is just a term, a label for inner sight. Inner sight is, well, it is a better term. It is more truthful. Inner sight. You don't have to see things with your eyes closed to have inner sight. Inner sight brings you the knowledge that you need at any point in time when you need whatever knowledge you're looking for. DNA. Your DNA has been, well, let me put it this way, changed. And you know this by now, a long time ago. Alien beings have reconstructed your DNA. So in effect, all people on your planet Earth, including you are all alien beings or part alien. So stop calling them aliens. Call them brothers and sisters. Family. This is what they are. Everyone wants to activate everything in your body. Your DNA is working just fine. Leave it alone. It does not need activation. In fact, no one, unless they are a true alien being from another universe, no one can activate, change, alter your DNA. They cannot do that. The internet is a good thing. Technology is a good thing to a point. Then it becomes a destructive thing. You have social media. When social media began, it was a good thing. It is not a good thing now. Many people are leaving social media. It is filled with hate speech, negatives, not very many positives. And people complaining about all of their illnesses and aches and pains. Oh, woe is me, I don't feel good today, feel bad for me, I feel bad. If you want to be spiritual, first of all, stop listening, stop watching to news. Get off of social media and be by yourself. Just be by yourself. This will allow you to focus within yourself and not upon social media or the negative news on your television, coming across your radio. Be by yourself. You will find your spiritualness, your spirituality that way. No one can activate your pineal gland. It decreases with age. No matter how much you practice being psychic or spiritual, it is going to do nothing for your pineal gland. It is working. It regulates all of the rhythms the circadian rhythms, the rhythms that your body goes through all day long, all evening long, all year long, for your entire lifetime. And yes, with all of the changing of the seasons, yes. So all in all, you are a complete being. You are a whole being. There is nothing in you that needs to be activated because everything is active now. The way to really, really get all of those things active is to allow them to be. Don't doubt yourself. Well, I don't know. I don't feel too good today. My pineal gland must be working in reverse. I should have it activated. Well, I don't know. My third eye is partially closed. I can only see a little bit. Stop it. Quit beating yourself up if this is what you're doing. Most of you are not doing it, but some of you are. In fact, most people beat themselves up because they don't understand the power that they have within them to create reality. You probably, I am thinking, and usually I am not wrong, but I am thinking that you understand the power that you have to create reality. So I would suggest that you create a reality in which all things, including your body, are complete. Just imagine all things, just imagine your body being complete. And when someone tells you, oh, I can activate your DNA, I can activate your pineal gland, I can activate this, I can activate that, you smile and say thank you and walk away quickly. Thank you.
You and I have discussed what they call junk DNA.
Yes.
And I think I remember you were saying that when we raise our consciousness to a much larger degree than where we are right now, that DNA, which is now called junk, will start to play a role in our DNA process.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Thank you. Two things about DNA, junk DNA. It is a dormant part of the larger picture of what DNA actually is. At the same time, it is active. But it is active in ways that you cannot understand, active in ways that do not relate to your day-to-day reality. At times, only at times, and not all the time, but at times, that junk DNA that is active will play out its role in your dream time. Everything is about consciousness. You know this by now. If you do not, know it. Everything is about consciousness. Raising your consciousness is an easy thing to do. Very easy thing to do. Those alien beings from a future time have no junk DNA. They have complete, total, whole DNA. This is what you beings are headed toward having. Complete DNA. Now, many people, metaphysical people especially, base their entire life on their DNA. Well, I think my DNA is feeling pretty good today, so I think I will have a good day today. My DNA is slow today. I don't know if I should get out of bed. Leave your DNA alone and focus on creating a reality that is fun and happy and full of love and full of joy and full of your wanting to take care of people. This is what life is all about, taking care of each other, honoring each other, respecting each other. This is what life is all about. Not activating DNA, not activating your third eye, not activating anything else. Leave it all alone. Everything in your body is working just fine. Just fine. Thank you.
I think that's all I have for today.
I have one more thing for all of you. Thank you, Susanna. The one thing I have for all of you is you have a choice. You have a choice as to how you would like to create your reality and your life and your lifestyle. You have a choice. Keep doing the same things over and over again. You will get the same things over and over again. Begin thinking differently about yourself just a bit. Not a lot, just a bit. In fact, think something new and exciting about yourself, one thing only a day. Don't think a bunch of things about yourself that are exciting and wonderful and full. No. Think of one new thing about yourself, one thing a day. Progression takes time. Understanding takes time. Development takes time because you believe in time. So use your time and use it wisely. Place yourself in an imaginary reality in which all things are because of you, because they are. All things in your reality and in your life and lifestyle are because of you. If you think something could change, something could use to be changed, something needs to be changed, imagine it being changed. Your imagination, your thoughts create your reality. And by the way, your pineal gland does not have anything to do with creating thought. I've told you, I'll tell you again, Thought is everywhere around you, everywhere in the universe. You can have a thought in your knee. You can have a thought in your nose, in your hair, in your eyes, in your arms, in your stomach. You can have a thought anywhere in your body because your body is consciousness. I've enjoyed being with all of you. I love all of you. Enjoy your day, and we will see you again for part 3 of Busting the Myths of Metaphysics. This is fun. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.